This is our first lecture for Engineering Mechanics 2+1. In this first lecture, we will see the fundamentals of engineering mechanics. Mainly this subject, we are studying this subject just to know about the design concept of different machines and all, how much load it can bear, how much stress it can bear, what may be the different parts of a particular engine. So like that, for designing an engine or a particular machine, we will study this engineering mechanics since we are engineers. Engineering mechanics is a branch of applied science which deals with the laws and principles of mechanics along with their applications to engineering problems. It has some laws and principles. We'll study some laws and principles which can be applied in engineering field. Okay. So this is about engineering mechanics, and broadly it is classified into two: statics and dynamics. Static means the engineering mechanics which deals with the study of a particular object which is not in motion. Okay, how much is the, what are the different types of force acting on a particular object which is not in motion. And on the other hand, dynamics means it is the study of an object which is in motion. Okay, the different forces acting on a particular object which is in motion, so it is known as dynamics. Dynamics is again divided into kinetics and kinematics. We'll see what it is in detail. So this is about statics. Here a man is sitting on a chair. He is stationary. He is not moving. Even though he is not moving, there are some forces acting on that particular body. So there may be some frictional forces, some gravitational forces may be there, some normal forces may be there. A branch of engineering mechanics which deals with the force and their effects while acting on a body at rest is known as statics. Study of forces and their effects which is acting on a stationary object or a body at rest is known as statics. So here also there is a mass, there is a particular object which is not in motion, which is stationary, but on that object two forces are acting. One is the gravitational force and the other one is the normal force. Even though the body is not moving, we have to study the effects of these two forces on the body. So that branch of mechanics is known as statics. Second thing is dynamics. Here you can see a moving car. A car is moving on the road. It is moving based on some forces, as a result of some forces acting on that particular car. Okay. So the branch of engineering mechanics which deals with the study of the forces and their effects while acting on bodies in motion. Okay. We are studying the forces and their effects on a body which is in motion. In that case, we can call it as dynamics. Okay. The dynamics is divided into two: kinetics and kinematics. Kinetics means we know which are the forces acting on the body. Okay, the body is moving and we know which are the forces which causes the motion. Okay, in that case the branch is known as kinetics. While uh, a body is moving and some forces are acting on the body, but we don't know which is the force causing the motion. In that case we can say it as kinematics. Okay, so this is about kinetics and kinematics. So that is a brief introduction about engineering mechanics. Now we have to study one other thing before moving on to the subject. They are units. Units, you all know what is units. It is a basic of measurement of physical quantities. There are different physical quantities: length, breadth, mass, everything is there. So we have to study the units of each of them because it is a basic of measurement of a physical quantity. For example, if you are going to a shop, you have to ask the shopkeeper for a particular quantity of a thing. For example, half kg of sugar or 1 kg of onion. Like that you have to ask the particular quantity. So for that we need a unit. In mechanics also we need that unit. Okay. The units are basically divided into two: fundamental units and derived units. There are three fundamental units. Okay, one is length, other one is mass, and the other one is time. Length, mass, and time. Length may be represented in centimeter, meter, millimeter, kilometer, etc. Mass may be represented in kilogram, pound, gram, milligram, etc. Time may be represented in second, minute, hour, days, etc. So there are three fundamental quantities. One is length, other one is mass, and the next one is time. Okay. All the other physical quantities are derived from these three fundamental quantities. That quantities are known as derived quantities or derived units. Okay. The units derived from the fundamental units. For example, force. The unit of force is a combination of these three. Okay. The unit of pressure is a combination of any of these three. Like that, some other quantities are derived from these fundamental quantities. That quantities are known as derived quantities, and the units of the quantities are known as derived units. Okay. Now there are different systems of units. All over the country they are using different systems of units. These are the different systems: CGS systems, centimeter, gram, second systems. These system of units are based on the units of the fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities are, you know, that length, mass and time. If length is expressed in centimeter, mass is expressed in gram and time is expressed in second, then that type of unit is known as CGS unit. If length is expressed in foot, foot means the length of our feet. Okay, it may be mostly it is 30 centimeter. It is taken as 30 centimeter for a normal man. So 1 foot is equal to 30 centimeter. So if length is expressed in foot, force is expressed in pound, and time is expressed in second, then that type of system of unit is known as FPS system of unit. And the third one is meter kilogram second or MKS unit, where length is expressed in meter and weight is expressed in kilogram and time is expressed in second. Nowadays, there are many exporting and importing between the countries. Okay, all over the world there is a global market. Okay, we are exporting many things and we are importing many things. So there is a need for a common unit. Okay, a common unit should be followed all over the world in that case. So we have found out another unit known as system internationalized unit or international system of units. We can say it as SI unit. It is same as that of meter kilometer second unit, because in this also we will express length in meter, weight in kilogram and time in second. So this is the most commonly used unit nowadays. Okay, so this is about the basics of engineering mechanics. Thank you.